GCSE Maths series. Today we're going to be taking a look at standard form exam style questions. So if you haven't watched my revision video on this topic, I strongly advise you to go over there first, just to help you answer these questions beforehand and then check with me the answers. I find this the best possible way to learn in maths. If not, let's just get straight into it. So the way we do standard form is to find a number within the large or small number, which is in between 1 and 10, which can represent the large or small number. So in this case, the only number I can see is 4.29. With 4.29, let's see how many spaces we'd have to move to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that 2 is going to move 7 spaces to the right. Hence, when we put our power, it's going to be times 10 to the power of 7. If we're writing 3.61 times 10 to the negative 3 as an ordinary number, we know we're going to have to shift this answer, 3.61, to the right by 3 places. So we're going to have to go 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be 0.00361. Okay, moving on to question 3. Writing 9.516 times 10 to the power of 6, we know we're going to have to shift this number here 6 spaces to the left. So if we have our 9.516, we're going to have to shift this 6 spaces to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 0.0. Oh, sorry, not 0.00. That's going to be 9516000. Writing 0.0724 in standard form, we're going to get a number between 1 and 10 is going to be 7.24 times by 10. Well, we're going to have to move this number 1, 2, so 2 spaces to the left, so times by 10 to the negative 2. This type of one we can just run on our calculator. Question C. When we input that into our calculator, we get 440,000, or you can write it as 1.4 times 10 to the 5. Moving on, we can again use our calculator, and it asks us to give it as an ordinary number. So when we put this in our calculator, it will give us 2.278 times 10 to the negative 3. Writing this out means we'd have to move this number 3 spaces to the right. So 1, 2, 3 makes it 0.002278. And that is our answer. Okay, so this question, we can either use a calculator or not. So either way, we're going to end up with 7.5 times 10 to the negative 2. Without a calculator, we can write 0.03 as 3 times 10 to the negative 2 times by 2 times 10 to the negative 2, which is 0.02, and then 8 times 10 to the negative 3. And if you put this into your calculator, or even if you just do simple rules, which we did in the revision video, you will end up with 7.5 times 10 to the negative 2. So the area of Australia is 7.7 times 10 to the 6 kilometers squared. The area of Cyprus is 9.3 times 10 to the 3. How many times larger is Australia than Cyprus? So the subject of the question is Australia. How many times larger is Australia compared to Cyprus? Hence, we start with Australia, so 7.7 times 10 to the 6 divided by 9.3 times 10 to the 3. And then this is another question where we simply input into our calculator and we get 828 to the nearest whole number. Okay, the area of the Pacific Ocean is 3.61 times 10 to the 8. The area of the Atlantic Ocean is 8.51 times 10 to the 7. Find the total area of the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. Give your answer in standard form. So 3.61 times 10 to the 8. Add 8.51 times 10 to the 7. If we use our calculator, we would obtain 4,400,000. No, it's not 4 million. It is 44,610,000. Writing this in standard form, we'd have to write 4.46 times 10. We'd have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. So this is times 10 to the 7. Actually, I've spotted a mistake that I've made. So my calculator actually says 446,100,000, making this 4.46 times 10 to the 8. Okay, looking at 17, it tells us a sphere has radius of 6.4 times 10 to the 6 meters. Calculate the volume. The volume is given by 4/3 pi times by 6.4 times 10 to the 6 cubed. Now, if we put this straight into our calculator, this will give us 1.1 times 10 to the 21 meters cubed, because we're dealing in volume. Okay, so that's going to conclude today's exam style series on standard form. Hope this consolidated your guys' knowledge, and hope you've now mastered this topic and feel confident on this topic. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.